Hey guys, Jason Samkovic here, Traditional Bow Hunting and Wilderness Podcast. We're going to talk about camp water today, and if I look kind of grizzly and like I haven't shaved in a while, I haven't. I've been working like crazy, going like crazy with everything business-wise going on with the photography business, with the soft washing business, with the Amazon business, with the bow hunting stuff, the podcast, the YouTube. It's just been pretty crazy here, so I'm kind of burning the candle at both ends. But today we're going to talk about camp water. When you're hunting, and you're in a remote place, which we do many times a year, you want to have water there. Well, I'm going to show you a few different methods of being able to do it. And then also, if you're hunting out of a camper and you're going to be boondocking, for example, when I go to Missouri this year, I'm taking my wife and my daughter, and we're going to take our camper, which is over there. We're taking that camper with us so that they can enjoy it. My wife probably won't hunt, but my daughter is going to hunt a few days, and they're just going to enjoy camping while they're there. We're going to be in the middle of the woods. We will not have water or electricity. I'll be running a generator for that kind of stuff, but water is a pretty big deal. I have a 40-gallon freshwater tank in that camper. I'm going to need to refill that a few times while we're out there for a week. Again, with them taking showers every day, all that stuff, me wanting to take showers, doing dishes, cooking, you're just going to need water. Well, so it doesn't matter if you're using a camper, using a wall tent, using a regular tent, doesn't matter what it is. Water is something you're going to have to carry or be able to provide. I'm going to show you some methods to do that and how we go about it. So now, first one for many years, and probably the most common, is to use these right here. Okay, 6-gallon water jugs. Do they work? Yes, they do. They're expensive at like 15 or 20 bucks a piece. They do work. As you can see, they're kind of pretty bulky. You know, I mean, that's only 3 of them. You're only talking 15 gallons of water there, and that takes up quite a bit of space if you look at it in relationship here. That's a lot of space for 15 gallons of water, or actually 18 gallons because they're 6 gallons each. So 18 gallons of water, and these things leak notoriously. They will leak a lot. This one actually lost a plug, but they definitely leak out of there, so they are not something you can stack on its side. They have to be kept upright, but they do work. And usually, like when we're camping and hunting on a hunting trip within our wall tent, then these 3 will actually get us by a whole trip for 2 people for a week with all the water we need other than drinking water. Now, we don't use these for drinking. This is shower water, cook water, bath water, that kind of stuff, but we have bottles of water for drinking that we're using. But that is one option. And now another option, it is a fantastic option if we come over here. 5-gallon buckets are phenomenal. Okay, these things work incredible. Now you can use a lid like this that has a rubber O-ring seal in there, but they are a pain to get on and off. I think a better option is a gamma lid. These are what we've been bringing lately because they stack. So I can stack 3 of these high in a trailer and put a bungee or put a tie-down strap over them and hold them. So 3 of these fit into a very small, compact space, as you can see vertically. But what's nice about a gamma lid, if I can get one-handed here, these I've been using for, hang on, well, let me see here. There we go. But see, a gamma lid has a seal in it as well too, and there's a bucket, and you can put this in, like I said, and then you can seal them. Now these seal tight. If this falls over, it's still not going to leak, or might leak a little, but not bad. They're still pretty reliable, and you're looking at like I don't know, I'll put a link to them on there, but you get the buckets for like $2 a piece, and then the gamma lids are not much either, so you get a lot of bang for your buck running a gamma lid on a 5-gallon bucket. And like I said, 4 of those right there is 20 gallons, and like I said, it gives you a lot of water option if you need it. Now, with the camper, what we were doing, if you're running a camper, like I said, you know, I needed something better. So I had these with the camper last year when me and my wife went, and we would take these 3 and we would go into town, and at a gas station, it had a spigot on the outside. I would fill all 3 of these, 15 gallons, bring them back, pour them, you know, put the spout up. There's a spout in there, put the spout up and pour them into our camper. And I would have to do that basically almost every day. Every day. It was a pain in the butt to deal with. This year, I'm going to do something different. Now, since I do have a pressure washing company, now I have access to these things that I need. Like this is a tank setup that I use for a portable tank for some of these lake cabins where I can't get to, and they don't have enough pressure to run my pressure washer. So I can fill this as a buffer tank and then draw from my pressure washer for it. This is a Tractor Supply 35-gallon tank. Okay, 35 gallons. This is 35 gallons and is super small and compact. Again, looking reference size. Look at that. That's not very big. 35 gallon tank. I have a 40 gallon tank in my trailer. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to set this in the back of my truck. So when we go on our hunting trip out there, I will just throw it right in the bed of the truck and I'll try strap it down there. And then what I can do is I can fill this with a garden hose, which is how I connect into here, but I can just take a piece of garden hose, connect it to a spigot at that gas station, connect it right into here and fill this whole tank right in the back of my truck. Because you're not going to carry this. I probably won't even have it on a dolly. I'll just throw it in the truck. This is just for my portable, like I said, some of these where they're too far for my hoses to reach type setup. But just taking that tank, strap it down in the bed of the truck, that's going to give you, 35 gallons, but you're talking 300 pounds. It's, it's a lot to lift. Two guys could lift this easily by putting straps right on here like I do with some handles on them, and you could lift this if you wanted to, but just leaving it in the back of the truck is easy. I put a simple hose that's already got a bulkhead fitting right here, 3/4 inch bulkhead fitting. And so now I have my rig set up for connecting into my power washer. I got a Hudson float valve, things like that in there. But for you, you could basically just put a piece of hose right on there, put a ball valve right here so you can turn it on and off, and then just let it drip, and you could fill it into whatever you need and leave it right on the back of your truck. So that's a fantastic option. I think this is about $100 for this tank. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them in different sizes as well too, but running a tank like that is a very simple option. And like I said, instead of us having to get 18 gallons and having to fill these, carry them over, stack them in the truck, tie them down so they don't tip over, get back, pour them individually one at a time, and fight with all that crap to get 18 gallons of water, I can now have 35 gallons of water right here, and then all I got to do is back my truck right up to my camper, right next to the port, stick this right in the thing, and turn the ball valve, since this will be on my tailgate. Higher level than what my fill valve is, this thing will fill right into there, sweet, easy, and perfect. So it's a fantastic system if you need water. But even if you're not using a camper and you're just trying to have some kind of water in camp so you guys can take showers, do all that stuff, you don't want to operate out of a 5-gallon bucket, or maybe you got 4, 5, 6 guys in camp and you want a water source, something like this is a very simple, easy thing to do. And again, you don't need all this crap on here, and this, just a simple bulkhead and a way to fill it is easy. Again, I got a Hudson valve in there. I got this set up for stopping when it's full and all kinds of stuff, but just a simple setup with an inlet, and you already got the bulkhead. It comes with the bulkhead fitting right there for the 3/4 inch outlet, and you are set and easy. Nothing to it. Strap right down in the bed of your truck and you're good to go. So those are some water options that are right there. Now another one, if you want to do that too, that takes up less space, if we come back into here, and we look at over here, we look at this setup right here, okay? Let's take a 5-gallon bucket and put it for reference, okay? So here's a 5-gallon bucket. Let's set that next to one of these right here. If you look at that, there's a 5-gallon bucket next to a 15-gallon bucket. Okay, these are 15-gallon jugs. These are what I use for my business here, but these are 15-gallon jugs. So if you wanted to find one of these, they're very cheap, and I'll explain that in a second. But so you can get a 15-gallon jug in the space of about what it takes for 2 5-gallon buckets. If you were to take another one and stack it on there, it's probably about the same size, or actually smaller than, maybe a smidge more diameter because of the bottom. But if you look at that, there is a 2 5-gallon buckets, so that's 10 gallons versus 15 gallons. Okay, so I mean, the bucket shape, the lid may be thick, and the lid's about the same diameter as that is. So something to think about. You could carry 2 of these 15-gallon jugs and have 30 gallons that, are easy in size that, you can pour these, all right? They have fittings on them. They come preset like that, but or you can run a pump on them or whatever you want to, but very simple and easy to set these up. Now, where do you find them at? Car washes. Car washes buy their soaps and their detergents in these kind of jugs. Now you can get them usually for like $5 or $10. You can find them on Craigslist. That kind of stuff. They're not expensive. These ones, when I get them, I have to send them back when I get my new supply of chemicals, so they're not mine. But I have seen these on like Uline for like $25. They're not expensive, and if you think about it, you're paying $20. You're paying $20 or $25 for these, one of them, versus which is 6 gallons versus 15 gallons right there. Now, like I said, if you're getting them from a car wash, they will have had shampoo and soap and car stuff like that in them. But again, you're not drinking it. You're washing with it, that kind of stuff, most likely. But if you want one that's food grade and has never had anything in it, buy it on Uline or something online like that. Uline is a store that sells a lot of industrial stuff, but you might find it on Amazon. I'll look. If I find one, I'll put a link down below for you. But you can get that and then have it right there. But they're sweet and easy. And, you know, you're looking at 15 gallons. They're manageable. You can actually buy one person can pick them up, can pour them, can do it. You can actually buy pumps. If you want to get crazy, you know, this pump here, I bought on Amazon for 20 bucks, this chem pump. I use it for chemicals, but see, it is actually fitted. I'll put a link for it, but it's got this fitting. That fitting will screw right into here. So you could cut this off. This is designed for a 55-gallon tank, but I could cut this off at the length I need and then just mount that right in here. And when you need water, you just take this end of the hose, put it in your jug, and you pump that, and it spits the water right, you know, it fills up your jug for you. So sweet, simple, easy, but this gives you some ideas for camp water. Camp water is, like I said, one of the things that gets to be a pain in the butt for people, especially when space is limited. If you're not taking a trailer, when we hunt, I take this trailer, and that trailer gives me all the room that we need for everything. But if you're not, and you're trying to do it out of the back of a truck, space becomes an issue. So hopefully these give you some tips when you're dealing with water for your camps, for your hunts, things like that, and a way to make it a lot better for you. So check below. I'll put some links down for you. You'll also find the links to my bow hunting whitetails online course, my Save Thousands course, and my Monetize Your Hobbies and Passions course. Everything is there for you down below. So thanks for watching. Be back with more stuff soon. Talk to you later. Bye.